And bringing this story local for you, a Sarasota journalist has been writing about the strained relationships between the U.S. and Cuba since 1988. Johannes Vanna, editor of the Cuban Standard, says he's surprised this day didn't come much sooner.
Now that U.S. and Cuban diplomatic relations are thawing, the talk of economic opportunities for U.S. companies should be heating up. Johannes Werner, editor of the Cuban Standard, has been independently studying the Cuban economy since 1998. Werner says the people of Cuba have despised the U.S. embargo and wanted normal relations long before now. He says the country will provide a boon to businesses ranging from agriculture to technology. Werner says Sarasota and Florida's West Coast in general is well positioned to take advantage of new markets.
It is on the horizon now that both the U.S. government and the Cuban government will allow boaters to go back and forth between the United States and Cuba.
Executive Director of Port Manatee, Carlos Buqueras, agrees. Buqueras says he knew it was important to prepare ports for an eventual resumption of trade when he lived on Florida's East Coast years ago. He says when he moved to Florida's West Coast, the idea of establishing a ferry service to the tiny island materialized. Werner admits the path to complete normalization has major hurdles to jump over. He says one of those hurdles meets inside a chamber in our nation's capital.
And that would be lifting the remaining sanctions. This is a body of sanctions engraved in law. It needs to be changed by the U.S. Congress.
Carlos Buqueras says Port Manatee continues to lay the groundwork for the day when U.S. law allows unrestricted travel from the U.S. to Cuba. Matt Young reporting, SNN, Suncoast News Network.